Hot damn! That's a night of boxing. Woo! That's a night of boxing right there. Give me 1 second. We'll get started in just a second. I'll let everyone roll in. That was hot damn. Uh, wow. Like, whew. Uh, that was better than sex tonight. I'll tell you guys that. Give me 1 second. Wow. All right. Who made money tonight? Who made some money tonight? I know we hit on another lock of the week because we always hit on the lock of the week. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Let me just get rolling in here. We got the knockout of the year and the fight of the year in the same night. I want to hear y'all scorecards. I want to hear y'all scorecards because that was damn. If you guys haven't joined the Patreon, I'm gonna put the link there. Y'all, woo! Hey guys, don't forget to tip your bookie, your gambling advisor. My Cash App, the Cash App, and the Patreon are available for tips. I like tips, guys. That was a hell of a night. I'm still getting over that night, man. We're gonna get to all the comments in just a second. Jeez, that Angela Leo knockout, man. Yo, why is the ref counting? Like, Lopez's head hit off the canvas. That shit, like, his brain is racking, playing ping pong in his skull. Yo, stop the fight, man. You gotta sit there and count. Yo, that's bugging, man. That is wild. That is wild. Woo! What a night, though. I want to hear the scorecards because we had a great night. Yo, we got rich tonight. We got through it. We got through it. But Lindolfo Delgado got through it. Virgil Ortiz got the decision. Lindolfo Delgado got the decision. Charles Conwell got the knockout. So we hit the parlay. It wasn't easy, but we got it. We made it. It all counts the same. We hit our lock. And then we hit on Gabriela Fundora, and then we hit on the big one. We got the Angela Leo win, which was another knockout victory. We are killing this. Like, we are absolutely killing this. Tonight was one of those nights where you set yourself up. If you did what I told you to do, you took Fundora, you took Conwell by stoppage, you took the lock of the week parlay, and you took Angela Leo. Do you have any idea how much you can lose every week for the next month, and you're still going to be way up? I want to get to this. I want to get to this. I'm going to get to all the comments. I did rock it. I had Virgil winning. The rounds were incredibly hard to score. I was favoring Virgil in the scorecards. I had Virgil winning comfortably, like wide, 116, 111. And the second knockdown that came in the eighth, I only gave that 10-9 because Virgil dominated so much of that round. Like he dominated so much of that round. I only scored it 10-9 for Boachuk, not 10-8. So, yeah, I had Virgil win, but I want to hear the scorecards. My boy, World of Wrestling, made 275. Bang! Bang! Yo, did my boy hit his parlays? Did the UFC bets come through? I haven't heard. I'm gonna check. You had Rocky. You had Boachuk. I don't mind that. I could see that. There were some incredibly close rounds. He's got 2 10-8 rounds potentially. How did you score that, Rocket? How did you have that? Did you have it close at least? Did you have him wide? I thought probably I had Virgil winning, but there were so many close rounds to score. There were so many close rounds in that fight. I won money type, but lost on Ortiz by KO and Lindalva by KO. All right, we came up ahead. I like those two bets. Yo, Boachek's chin. Guys, can we take a minute and give a round of applause for Boachek's chin? Yo, that chin was epic tonight. Good call on Angelo. That's two dogs I've hit in a row. I hit Rayo last week. I hit Angelo Leo again this week. I was not expecting Angelo Leo to score that knockout. Yo, that was the knockout of the year. That left hook, bang. Like, what a shot by Angelo Leo. You can't land more perfectly than that. That's about as good as it gets. That left hook was incredible. I mean, just putting Lopez to night down, right? Like Steph Curry, put him to sleep. Put the meme with his head underneath the pillow. Put him out. That was crazy. I was really impressed with Angelo Leo. How did you guys have that? And I want to know, how did you guys have Angelo Leo at the time of the stoppage? Not that it matters because Leo killed him dead. And then how did you have the Verge? Because me and Rocket disagree on that one. Rocket had, I believe, we'll get to that in a second. Rocket had Boachek winning, which I don't hate it. And I had Ortiz winning. But I thought they were a wide array of scorecards you could potentially have. I gave all the close rounds basically to Virgil Ortiz because I thought he was landing the better shots. He was landing more power shots. I thought he landed the better power shots. But with two knockdowns, it's tough, man. It's tough. I only gave the second knockdown 10-9 because of the way Verge dominated the rest of the fight. There you go. Yeah, Vulcan. That's my dude. I went 2-1 on UFC bets. I did all single bets tonight. And you made some money, my man. And that's what we do. I'll have that guy back on the show. I will, right? I'll have him back on. Next week, World of Wrestling is going to join us too, hopefully, correct? You're going to be on with us, World of Wrestling? Ryan Hahn. Yeah, I'm going to have him back on. Kyle, my boy Kyle says, I just posted the Boxing UFC parlay on Patreon. I went all by decision except for the one goes to distance. I went all by decision except for the one that goes to distance. Okay. The lock hit. The lock always hits. I mean, hot dang, I didn't know it was going to be that tough. I did not know the lock was going to be that tough, but we hit it. We hit the 3-leg parlay, so cash in, guys. All by money line. Sorry, I got you. No, I got you, Kyle. What up, Nate? Come over to my Nets channel. Nothing but Nets. Me and Nate are going to have a lively debate tomorrow. Nate, did you watch the fights? This was This was the best night of boxing this year. No question about it. Like the knockout of the year and the fight of the year. The fight of the year and the knockout of the year all in the same night. It gets no better. It gets no better than that. Virgil Ortiz, Grand Prairie, Texas. We got a world champion. Grand Prairie, Texas. We got a world champion, Virgil Ortiz. Congrats to the Ortiz family, who I'm really close with. And congrats to Angelo Leo on becoming a world champion on the fight of the year. That was incredible. Look at my boy World of Wrestling going 7-1 today. This is the channel you come to if you want to make money. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to boast. I scout fighters for a living. I am the best person in the world at this. You can check my resume against the guy that's always on the Pro Box podcast. I blow him out of the water. He went 0 for 2 today. I went 2 for 2 today. I hit on everything today. I hit on everything last week. I give you guys upsets, and there is no one better at this than me. Plus 1,000 for Leo by KO. Wow. Yo, if anyone have Leo, I didn't see him winning by stoppage. I thought he'd win on points, but I picked him on the money line, and that was plus 340. Angelo Leo, plus 340 on the money line. I told y'all that was a fight he could win. Look, guys, if there are truly 50-50 fights, true 50-50 fights like this, like Rayo last week, and they go plus 300 or better. Always bet it. All you have to do is hit 1 out of 4 and you make money. If you hit 1 out of 4, those 50-50 fights out of plus 300 or wider, you make money. And like I said, they're 50-50. So typically you're going to hit 2 out of the 4. Now you're making a lot of money. Plus 350, plus 300 or more, plus 300 or more on a 50-50 fight. Take it no matter what. World of Wrestling going to be on next Thursday. Looking forward to it. Rocket plus 5,000 around 10 KO for Leo. Did you have that, Rocket? Did you have that one of your parlays? I haven't seen a fight since Obama was. Nice. What fight was that, Nate? What fight did you watch? Let me guess. Can I guess? Pacquiao Mayweather. Am I right? Obama wasn't in office then. Yeah, he was. I don't know what that says, DB Boxing fan, but it is good to see you, my dude. It is good to see you, my dude. Nate, you are missing good stuff. Nate is a world-class basketball head. If you want to talk hoops, Nate is your guy. Boxing, not so much. Another looking up to Barroso Hikaru this September. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. And don't forget to tip your boxing advisor. I take all super chats and Patreon and Cash App donations. Hit the like. Yeah, guys, that's a great idea from Rocket. Rocket's my boy. Hit the like button. Y'all are making money. How'd I know that? I must be a genius of some sort. I want to take a minute to talk about that fight. Vergil Ortiz, I thought Verge was carrying most of the rounds. I know there's going to be a lot of people upset about that scorecard. Should I get a merchandise line? I got to get Carly to start a merch line for my channel. You guys want 3D boxing? Bring down the house. There's always a bull market somewhere. Merch. I can give you guys merch. No, I don't have any merch. I got some 3D boxing shirts. Nate, if I send you a 3D boxing shirt, will you rock it? There you go. Can we give a standing ovation to Boacek's chin? Boacek's chin was incredible. Ortiz nailed him some shots. Ortiz hurt him in so many rounds. And he never really even had him in that much trouble. I thought he was in a little bit of serious trouble. I guess that was the 11th round, but he survived it super well. Boacek's chin, I thought that game plan that he had to just sit and trade was a disaster. I'm like, this guy is going to get knocked into next Thursday. And he fought him well. He fought him 50-50 throughout the fight, man. That was an incredible performance. That was amazing. That was an amazing performance from Boacek. He got a world-class Triple G, Carl Froch, Marvin Hagler type chin. You can hit him with a baseball bat. You can throw him in acid, and he's just not gonna get frazzled. Vergil Ortiz is one of the biggest hitters in boxing, and he nailed him clean over and over again. And he sat there and he walked through him. Now, like I said, he got hurt sometimes, but he was never really in any serious trouble outside of maybe once. That guy, kudos to Boacek. Y'all want to see a rematch? Because I want to see a rematch of that fight. That fight was freaking epic. That fight was amazing. Vergil Ortiz, and I was saying this, I said this on Twitter. Vergil Ortiz is the most complete offensive fighter besides Inoue and Crawford. So if I said rank the 3 most complete fighters offensively, Inoue and Crawford, you could toss it up. Inoue is 1. Inoue is the most complete offensive fighter. Crawford is 2. Vergil Ortiz is 3. Those are the 3 most complete offensive fighters in the world right now. So Nate, watch the channel. Get the best boxing advice there is in the world. And then you can talk boxing on the subway with the boxing heads. I'm going to get Nate into boxing. I'm going to pick a fight. I'm going to have Nate watch a fight. And I'm going to get Nate into boxing. World of Wrestling. Yo, who did you guys, World of Wrestling, Brian, whoever is here, who did you guys have winning that fight? Who did you have? Because me and Rocket obviously disagree on that. So I'm interested in who you guys had winning that fight. And how did you have the Leo fight? How did you have the Leo fight? Did you have Leo up? I didn't. I thought Leo was losing. But I know other people had him up. That was an incredibly difficult fight to score. The Virgil Ortiz fight was incredibly difficult to score. I was scoring rounds for Virg. I could see flipping a bunch of rounds the other way. There was so many kind of toss-up rounds in that fight. My boy Crocker says, what a robbery. Okay, did you – I'm guessing you're talking about the Virgil Ortiz fight, and I'm guessing you had for Boachuk. How did you have it? Did you score it by round? I know you're going to say he got 2 knockdowns. Agreed. So, okay. But how'd you have it by points? How many points did you have him winning by? I would have been surprised Ortiz lost. I bet on Ortiz and was prepared to lose my money at the end. Hard to overcome to score knockdowns. Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm going to say 2 things to this, Kyle. None of the judges did this. I only gave the knockdown in the second round, the second knockdown in the 8th round. I only scored at 10-9 because Burgess dominated the hell out of that round. So, without the knockdown, it's a 10-9 round easily by Ortiz. So, now you're taking an easy 10-9 round for Ortiz and making it 10-8. I gave it 10-9 for Boachuk. But it didn't matter. Even if I didn't, I still had Verge by a comfortable margin. And second, I was telling a friend was live betting. He's like, after the second knockdown, he said, I'm going to bet on Boachuk by decision. It was paying plus 300. After the second knockdown, it was still Boachuk by decision was paying plus 300. And I said, look, never bet against the Golden Boy money fighter by decision. Never do that. I said Virgil Ortiz by bogus decision is in the cards. That is a very good possibility. Virgil Ortiz by bogus decision, fantastic odds of that happening. So be careful with that. Even if you had Boachuk winning, you can't be surprised that Verge got the decision. That can't be surprising to you, right? Not with Golden Boy's history. Oh, you had Boachuk winning. Okay, this is common. I'm getting a lot of this. I had Verge winning wide. Okay. Leo was winning on my scorecard. That fight was so hard to score. DB had Leo winning. I didn't know how the hell to score that fight, man. What was your ongoing score with Lopez versus Leo? I was up in my seat and shouting at every clean shot. Let me see if I can find my card. Give me 1 second. That's a great question. All right, you guys want the official cards? The official cards were 86.85 Leo times 2 and 86.85 Lopez times 1. I had 86.85 Lopez. So actually I had it closer. I only had 1 point, but I had 1 point for Lopez at the end of 9, which one judge agreed with. The other 2 judges had 86.85 the other way. But it was that kind of fight. I don't have the zone anymore, but the Leo Venado fight was dead even at the stoppage, in my opinion. Yeah, the judges, Brian, the judges basically agree with you. The judges had an 86.85, 86.85, and then an 86.85 the other way. So every judge basically saw that fight dead even. I had an 86.85 Lopez on my card. It was that kind of fight. So I told you all that was a 50-50 fight. I thought Leo would pull it out in the last couple of rounds, so I wasn't worried. I've seen Lopez fade late in fights before. So I said, okay, if it's an even-ish fight going into the final 3 rounds, I really like Leo. And I was about to put some action on Leo by decision. And then Yo, Lopez killed him dead. Leo killed Lopez dead. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But I told you guys to take Leo on the money line. I'm glad that hit. They had Leo favored in the odds. Yeah, they did. They did. They had him. Some of them were pretty wide, like not that wide, but like minus 170, which I thought was strange. It was very, very evenish fight, and Lopez opened up. Lopez at the start of the fight was a prohibitive favorite, a large favorite, a favorite so wide I didn't think it was worth betting on. But that's the kind of fight it was. And then Lindolfo Delgado. I didn't see the fight, really. I saw it a little bit. They had him plus Hard Rock had him plus 3 at the time of the stoppage. The live betting, they had him plus 300. That's crazy too. That's live betting, Rocket. Just before it closed, before the fight or during the fight? Yeah, just before the fight, he was a plus 300 favorite. Going into the 10th round, he Bet 365 had Leo a favorite after round 9. Yeah. DraftKings had the same thing, minus 170. So they had minus 200. Someone knows something. Like, did that look like a 2-1 favorite at that point? Jeez. Live betting in boxing is a beautiful thing. Like, it really, really is. Live betting on boxing is a beautiful thing. It can be really, really good. That's why I'm going to start the Discord. I'm going to start the Discord to walk us through live betting. So if you're a Patreon member, you're going to get access to the Discord. And when we're in the Discord, we can kind of talk through the live bets. What's a good live bet? What's not? Just another perk for you guys to make more money on. Because who is that? That's Brian Phillips said live betting. You can make a lot of money on live betting. Live betting is a sexy thing that I like a lot. So I'm going to open up a Discord. And in the Discord, we can, guys, if you're a part of the Patreon, we can talk about live betting for sure. We can tell you want to cash out, you want to bet on a stoppage, you want to bet the fight to go over, under, blase. We can all do that during the fight, which I think is great. All right. Well, anything else of note? Lindolfo Delgado. I didn't get to this. Lindolfo Delgado. I was looking at the fight. I wasn't watching it that intently. It seemed very close. It was part of my lock of the week. It came through. Lindolfo Delgado won. Thank God. But did anyone watch that fight? How did y'all have it? Did Delgado get a beneficial top-ranked decision? How did that go? How did that look? I wasn't really even watching it. I just thought Delgado was going to steamroll Flores. And it ended up, it was close when I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it intently. Yeah, Hard Rock doesn't have live boxing on betting unless that's whack, man. Whack. Delgado fight was ridiculous. The ref knew Flores was winning and deducted a point for low blows. Which was an accident. He hit Delgado's elbow and it slipped down. Is that right? Interesting. I gotta go watch. I gotta go run that back. I think Delgado sucked and he wasn't impressive. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and rewatch it probably in the morning. After church, I'm gonna rewatch that fight. I was really super duper high on Delgado, and it's starting to fade a little bit with his last two performances. Delgado was fortunate. All right. I watched it. It was really close. If it wasn't for the knockdown and point deduction, he may have lost. It was tight. Everyone's saying that. I got through it. I got you guys paid on the lock of the week. I won't make it that close next time. Needed 2 split decisions, but we got it. I was not impressed with Flores watching his tape. There's a little bit of tape on him. I really wasn't super impressed with him. But I don't think Delgado is bad. Rather, Flores was better. Is Flores better than we're giving him credit for? It's a fair point, Brian. I mean, that's definitely fair. Is Flores better than we thought? And one other thing, Golden Boy. Can you get better cards than this? Really? Can you get better undercard? Sims against the bum. Conwell, who I love. I love it. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I love Charles Conwell. Can we get a better opponent than that? Gabriela Fedora against the cab driver. Like, everyone's fighting a freaking cab driver. Can we get a little bit better competition than that? Just a little bit? Better fights than that, please? Seriously, that was garbage, trash, horrendous. Then get better fights, Golden Boy. Whoever helps you make those fights. Did you watch the Brackus Cornejo fight? I did. I didn't bet on it because I don't bet on 45-year-olds. How old is she? What were your thoughts, Ryan? I did watch the fight. I watched that whole card, the whole undercard, and she's one of the great women's fighters of all time. And she's fighting at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever that was. Like, maybe that's a signal to you, Cecilia. You should give it up. You had an amazing career. You'll go on a Hall of Fame. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to move on. Yeah, I understand, guys. I understand she won some interim title. I get it. I was not impressed. What do you think of Sims Jr.? Look, Kenneth Sims Jr. scored a knockout over Jonathan Romero. Jonathan Romero last won in 2022 in Cartagena, Colombia, against the guy who was 7-4-1. That was the last time he won a fight. He's lost 5 fights in a row since then. Yeah, I think Kenneth Sims has upside. I think he can make a push. I don't know if he can beat the best guys in the division. I think he's a good fighter. He's got a couple of losses. Not that I think that kills you, but he lost to Samuel Taya that was on a Showbox card. Samuel T. He's got a draw at Montana Love. I don't think that bodes well, and he's got another loss to Rolando Shanea, also on Pro Box. I think of him what I think of him. I think he's okay. I've seen most of his fights. He's not young anymore. I don't think he gets it done at the highest level. It's just kind of my take on him. I didn't watch it, but on Cornelia massively dropped and she still lost. Was wondering how close it was. It was close. It was a competitive fight. I thought Breakus won. I thought, I didn't think it was controversial or anything. Next week, I'm getting $3,500 or $5,000. I know you are, Rocket. How close were you this week? I won a tenner on Cecilia. No research, just said, what the hell, going to go with the reputation. Yeah, look, women's boxing is like that. Yeah, I mean, might as well. It's a Golden Boy card. She's not going to be fighting anybody good. We know that because Golden Boy finished making good fights a long time ago on their undercard. Obviously, their main event was something to behold. But I'm going to wrap this up soon, guys. Unless you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, guys. Don't forget to tip your gambling advisor who made you rich this week. Super chats and cash app donations are always appreciated. But I'm glad I could make y'all some money this week. If you took Leo, if you took Conwell by stoppage, if you took the lock of the week, if you're in the Patreon. We had one hell of a week, guys. Gabriel Fontoura, we had one hell of a week. Really. I mean, this was one of those weeks where you could made huge, huge gains. Huge gains. And this is why you follow me, to have weeks like this. All right, y'all. If there are no less seconds, comments, questions, thoughts, concerns, super chats, anything like that, I'm gonna wrap this up. I may or may not be back tomorrow. Most likely, I'll be back on Monday. I'll likely be back on Monday. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.